scene. There's the Yellow Submarine discotheque in the Holiday Inn hotel in Munich. They had a shark room. You walked through a wall into the discotheque, and all swimming around behind glass panels were sharks. Welcome in the Holiday Inn in Munich. Here's their welcome sign to the Holiday Inn. This section in Schwabing is sort of the Hollywood, Broadway, and 42nd Street environment. A lot of entertainment. That was a hand in front of some artist pavilion. Munich is a very arty town. It's the Hollywood of Germany, the film capital. Famous artists. There's the triumphant gate into the old town, the Altstadt of Munich. Cars drive through that. Was put up in 1812 time frame after some famous battles of Bavaria. Bike riders and typical. This was a Simca. This was a identical 52 Simca or 62 Simca that we had in Cleveland, a blue one four-door. Bought that when I moved from Miami to Cleveland and worked for Ditto for 2 or 3 years. And this is going into the Garmisch-Partenkirchen area, and we're going to go up. This is the Eibsee at the bottom of the Zugspitze, and that's the cogwheel train that takes you to the first major section going up to the top of this highest mountain peak in Germany, the Zugspitze. About 3,500 meters, I believe. I think that actually belongs to Austria, that train. Looks like it has the A, but we're in Germany. We're outside Partenkirchen, Garmisch-Partenkirchen, which is a big American Army installation. A lot of Army recreation facilities are near Garmisch. And this train takes you all the way, maybe up about the 1,000, 1,500 meter area. Then you have to take cable cars up to the rest. Here's a typical mountain climbing or holiday lederhosen, leather short pants and long socks. View of some of the German Alps in this Allgäu area. I think this is still part of the Allgäu. It's a section of Germany, southern Germany. It's about a 2.5, 3 hour ride from Böblingen, Stuttgart area. And here we are at the end of the cogwheel section. There's now snow. And you get off the cogwheel and you get in line to buy tickets on a tram, and there's a rest area here. And this is where the first level of skiers are in the wintertime. You can see this was in the middle of the summer. It must have been July or August. I think this is, July, August of '71, so still plenty of snow around. There's the snow catchers for the winter seasons. We've had a lot of fun skiing here in Germany the past 2 years, 2 winters. We'll have one more ski trip before we leave in November to a glacier. And we'll pack our boots away for a while, boots and skis away, put them on the air shipment. These are I don't know if they ski down this. I guess they do. If there's enough snow, they can ski right down here. I think we saw one person skiing this day. And there's enough snow to carry your skis up. You have to walk because there's no runs at some of the ski lifts there, but they're not running in the summertime. And this is where you take these cable cars, which are ski-like. You probably get 4 or 6 people in a car, maybe more. Maybe there's 10 or 12 in these. It takes you up to the very tip top of the Zugspitze, which is the border between Austria and Germany. And you'll see a control point. That's the house off to the left there that we're going up to, or one of the walkway houses. And mountain climbers from Austria, I guess from on the German side too, can climb all the way up to the peak. And if you're coming from the Austrian side, there's a border stop. It's sort of funny, on the top of a mountain you'd see a border stop, but you show him your passport and he lets you come into Germany or leave Germany and go into Austria, as the case may be. There's some more of the snow. Oh. I've got work tomorrow and it's almost 11:30, so this may be the last reel I tape today. I'll leave it set up and catch one tomorrow night. We're still climbing up to the top of the Zugspitze. It's a long way up there. Taking these movies from the cable car now. Here we're passing a cable car, so we're halfway up. Well, that had about 20 people in it, so they're bigger than I thought they were from viewing the exterior only. Beautiful cloud formations up here. We saw some birds, hawks flying around, and I think there was a glider pilot. Welcome to Germany's highest point. And there's stainless steel top glistening in the sun of the ski lift. There's also a weather station up there, and there's the passport control, the Grenze, going into Austria, and there's someone at the border looking at the passports as they come in. Must have been Austrians coming from the Austrian side, showing their passes. There's the Austrian flag and the German flag. And those are the Alps, folks, and we're looking down at the Alps from a very high mountain. Maybe it's 4,000 meters. Could be 12,000 feet. There was a bird up there. Imagine birds flying around at 4,000 feet. Wonderful lungs. Beautiful view. We had a beautiful day. The sun was shining. Bit chilly, as you can imagine. 4,000 feet. And there's some of the restaurants and walkways, and I guess 15, 20 people probably live up there, so there's housing for them. And there's a weather service, Deutsche Wetterdienst weather service, and that's either a glider or a very small engine, single engine plane. Probably was a glider. A lot of glider pilots in those days. Not that many glider seem to have become a less desirable sport than it was 20 years ago. People have parasailing now. That's probably replaced glider pilots. Parasail you put in the trunk of your car and you go any mountain. A glider you got to assemble and disassemble. You still see people pulling trailers on the autobahns, glider trailers. But you got to be pretty serious about the sport. It's expensive, and I think you get the same thrills with parasailing and what's the other with the a rigid wing. Parasailing is a parachute, and not skydivers, but there's another word for the fixed wing or the hard gliders that. And there's Margie waking up. I think we're on our way to Spain here, getting up to be with her brothers, Tommy and Michael. Michael is sitting there eating cherries for breakfast. We left Germany. We're driving to Pinosmar, Spain, for 2 weeks in a condominium down there. And this was, Gordon drove all night from Berblingen, about 8 or 10 hours to beat the traffic. And we're in France. Karen's waking up. I just pulled over to the side and went to get a cup of coffee and got the camera out, and Adri's waking up. Oh, I'm tired, yes. Oh, yeah, where's coffee? Here's Gordon getting up. I've got my Army Reserve shirt on there, it looks like. Hi, little girl. How'd you sleep, Marge? Oh, I slept good, Daddy. Yeah, we're near Marseille. There's the sign going to Marseille, France. And flowers are in bloom. This must have been the... when is this? Probably July of 71. That's what I said before. Or August, maybe Adri has come back. I think we had a little picnic that morning. We drove all night. And that's the Pont d'Avignon. Sur la Pont d'Avignon, allez danser sur la Pont d'Avignon, allez danser sur la Pont